Okay, so I wanted to show you some other things that I purchased. So the locking nut on this bigger Dremel is wore out, and push on the lock, make sure it doesn't move. See, it won't unlock. Oh, it did it that time. Oh my god. All right, anyway, now I can't get it off. Okay, so take the bit out. Anybody that knows that's watching these, that's not you, probably already knows all this stuff. So, wore out locking nut. This is the collet that holds the bit in place. Didn't really need any more collets, but see, I ordered a new set because I wanted that locking nut. Now I can't get it open. If all else fails, use a file, right? There we go. Oh, they got it taped all the way around. See how they are? Okay, so lots of brand new collets. But this is what I wanted. Ooh, look at that. Now, this bit should fit right on there. Ooh, look at that, and it doesn't slide around. So we're going to put this collet back in there, and we're going to start screwing this down. But I've got something else to put in here because I want to try it. These drums, these sanding drums, they're $7 and you only get 6 drums. Now, yesterday when I was working, I went through 5 drums. So right here we've got $14 worth of sanding. I bought this set and I want to see how it works. This whole set costs we'll round up $20. And these in the store only come in 60 grit and 120 grit. But if you look here, we have, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, okay. Let's do it this way. Put this hand down. Oh, there we go. 600 grit. Ooh. So let's find the lowest grit we have in here. 320, 240, 180. Let's use 240. Because I've been anxious to try them to see how they work. Because see, it just looks like sandpaper rolled up on a shaft. So let's put that in there. Let's hope I got the right size bit for that. Or right size collet, I should say. Oh, silly girl. Put the lock on. Now, if I'd stop losing the keys, everything would be wonderful, but I need to straighten up my floor again. Yeah, I'm still working on the floor. Okay. Nice and firm. All right, let's try it on. I kind kind of sanded these spindles, but let's try it again anyway. Ooh, it doesn't like that collet or that lock nut. Might be stuck with the old one, because that does not sound right. Let's put the old one back on. I'm gonna. I already used up 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll take care of that later because I'm limited on time on my phone. So when it cut off last time, I was showing you how I was trying to clean up the edges on the engraving, and I'm using the end of that. I'm also using the pointy one. So I'm gonna try to show you right here, because you see this, goes from really deep and then it gradually goes up where it's already sanded. So I've been just doing it this way and trying to go with the grain. I'm still wanting to use those bits, but I didn't want to use up too much time. Yeah, I talk to myself. It's a good thing you're there because I talk to you too. I don't know if I have any really great stories to tell you while I'm doing this. I mean, I could just do it and speed it up and then you don't have to look at it. But okay, let's go this way and knock some of that out. And then we'll go back this way. I really wanted those bits to work so I could just do some of this without having to do it all by hand, but I guess you just do what you have, right? I mean, it's not like I didn't pick out all that oil with sculpting tools. I mean, because I didn't want to ruin. Oops, wrong way. Come on, think, old lady, think. Gotta go the right direction. Okay, I think I've got more time, so I'm gonna take this nut back off because it was obviously made for a newer tool maybe, but it just doesn't like that nut. I can't return it now. So see what happened? It wore off all the paint, so it was going too deep into the inside of the tool. It's the same size. That looks like it's the same size. This was thinner metal though. Alright, let's just use the old one. Oh, lock it, silly girl. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. It'll probably slip. Okay. Nice and tight. Alright. works. We wanted to see how this works. So right there. Let's see, where else could we use it? Oh, right there. Okay. Put it this way. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at. All right. Okay. So now you see it. So we've got dark right here and right here. Yeah, it's covered with sawdust. But we're gonna try out the new sandpaper, okay? See, that one's not making grinding noise. Dremels are so fun. Ooh, look at that. Keep it moving. Don't rest in one spot too long. Okay, let's see how dirty it got. Oh, see, it got pretty dirty, but then I guess, wonder how it stays attached. Let's pull this off. Oh, I should show you what I'm doing. Pull this little tape off. Okay. Please, please, please. I wonder, so when I cut it, I should probably cut it at an angle. But I'm not going to right now because that's the only part that's got shellac in it. But let's put this little piece, well, we can leave that out. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. I don't want to go too close to this spindle because I don't want to make a groove right there. So I'm trying not to get in there. Okay, let's see how dirty it is now. Oh, that's not bad at all, because it's kind of clean on that side where it beat itself off. And just pull. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to pull it off yet. I think I should put that little tape thing back on to hold that floppy piece down. That, and I can that way I know what grit it is. But that's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. I don't think I can use it on the filigree though. probably going to have to set this up with one of these bits. Maybe this one, because it's got a really tiny head. No. That one's got a really tiny tip. Maybe. Let's see if I can find another one. I need to clean up my floor. I guess we'll just have to go back to the pointy one. There we go. Then I can run it along this edge. Let's see what happens. Got time. So I already have the Fordham set up with this bigger one to do this stippling, and I don't want to take it off if I don't have to. So I'm gonna use. Come on, loosen. I suppose while I'm doing this, I could tell you a story about Grandpa, but I don't know what story to tell you. Let's see. Your grandpa was what they call an old Republican. Your mom and dad and your Uncle Duran, I don't know who all else, they're what you call new Republicans. You'll have to look up the differences. There are definite differences. So the town you were talking about taxes. Sorry. Come on. Stuck. You were talking about property taxes when we went on our trip with your grandma Noelle, and how your parents were tired of the property taxes. Well, where we live, we don't have a central city government. It's just too small for that. So we have, if the school needs money, they put out a vote to the town and do what's called a bond. And one time, long time ago, 40 years ago, I was working in the locker making sausage with your grandpa, great grandpa, and he says, well, I gotta go vote on the school bond. And of course the locker plant it was a public place. You had customers that come in and buy bacon and that kind of stuff, and they would always spout their political opinions about what was going on in the community. And a lot of them didn't like that the school was raising money at that time by putting a bond, and once a bond is approved, it's paid by property taxes, so it meant a raise in the property taxes. And I asked your grandpa, I said, so you're not going to vote for the school to get more money? And he said, no, I'm going to vote for the school to get more money. I'm not. And I said, but Dad, you have a lot of property. That means you're going to have higher property taxes. And he said, I don't care. I have a business. And I don't want some dumb kid out of high school that can't read, can't write, and can't do basic math. So he said, I will always vote for the school to get money because you got to keep the lights on and somebody's got to teach these kids how to do what they need to do. So I kind of thought, well, that's cool. But I also asked him, I said, Dad, I'm not in school anymore. Does that matter? And he said, no, it doesn't matter because there's always somebody that's going to need a job. And I don't want to have to teach them how to do math to figure out weights and how much things cost. So that was your grandpa, old school Republican. Now that I used up 21 minutes, I am done. You have a good day. Bye.